Hi boys and girls, this is Nick J. Barrett from Success Luminary. Facebook don'ts. Facebook don'ts or Facebook wrongdoings. I'm currently working with a guy who is a personal trainer, and basically we're kind of setting up his whole kind of infrastructure, websites, products, marketing funnel, that sort of thing. And he done a curious thing on Facebook, which, as you know, places like Facebook, there's, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, they've all got their own language, meaning that, in the sense, if you're doing Google pay-per-click, you can't go on to do Google pay-per-click for years and years and years, and then go on to Facebook and create ads in exactly the same way, because you're not going to get the same result, because Google, people are searching for whatever it is you've got to sell. They're in search mode. Facebook, people are in play mode. So, the same buy one, get one free just ain't going to cut it. You're going to get a slightly different result. And that's a classic example of people using one medium for years and years and years, and then going on to a new medium with the same technique on the face of it, nothing wrong with that, but then getting a completely different result because they don't understand the mentality of the culture or of the environment. So this guy, this friend of mine, he decided to create a group, and he basically invited all his friends into this group. Before he'd finished it, hadn't really put up all the content, but that doesn't matter. And like a few weeks went by, and he'd kind of been asking some questions, and he wasn't getting any results. And he was kind of asking me as to why he wasn't getting any results, why anybody wasn't interested. And I sort of looked at it, and it took me about 2 seconds to sort of, well, maybe a little bit longer than that, 3 seconds to kind of realise that what he'd actually done was, yes, he'd got 100, 200 people or so to come to basically say, yes, I don't mind being invited to this group. They've all gone into the group. Now, they've all gone into the group out of courtesy, because they're his friend. I mean, they've gone over to the group to see what's going on, to see what he's doing, but then it's also more out of courtesy because they're his friends. So then he starts posting stuff about fitness and kind of, are you doing this daily and you should be eating this daily, basically preaching to people who initially only came over as a favour because they were his friend. So, obviously he's not getting any response. Now, here's the kicker, is that I said, well, I think what you should do is you should unfriend people, not unfriend them, you should let them leave from the group. Go through, let the people who don't have any kind of interest in terms of on their profiles or what they're writing about in fitness, let them go, start again, and actually kind of, go into other fitness groups and sort of answer some questions and sort of try and drag people across that way. Leave comments on YouTube and then drag people across that way. But in sort of focus groups that are fitness orientated. But here's the kicker, he turned around and said to me that, I'll just leave it. If people want to leave, they'll unfriend themselves, they'll remove themselves from the group. Now, I don't know about you, but the last time I tried to unfriend myself from a group, I had to Google it. So, and I'm quite sort of diligent. So, you know, the normal guy and girl on the street who hasn't had to do it before is just going to get really, really, really annoyed at these constant posts going, because we were still building, so there were posts going in, you know, multiple posts each day. So I said to him, so you're going to let people get that pissed off because they can't get out of the group because they don't know how to, and they're just getting updates after updates after updates. So you're just going to let them get pissed off and basically trapped? And he kind of said, yeah. So I said to him, well, what do you think is going to happen when you do start posting quality stuff that is relevant to them? They're going to see, as soon as they see a notification from this guy, they're basically not even going to open it. They're not even going to look at it, and they'll go away from that situation thinking, God, I'm not even going to open this because the last time I was involved in that group, I couldn't get out of it. So I wanted to tell you that story because I just found it quite interesting. It's a classic kind of something you shouldn't do on Facebook, and I hope you're not doing. So that's it. This has been Nick J. back from Success Luminary Group. Check out the link below, and I shall see you on the next video.